just going to record the session. If there's anything that you speak about privately, obviously I won't share it. But if we just talk in general, then I'll just share it with the mentor you decide to go forward with. And how long have you been trading?
1 year, almost 2 years. But the first year was on and off, chasing different strategies, mentors, and it's been like 6 months. And yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, and how long have you been in the academy?
2-3 months.
2-3 months. Okay, so you've worked your way through the content already, I take it. How long have you been doing 2CT for?
3 weeks, 2 weeks,
Okay.
2 weeks.
Okay, and how are you finding it?
That's good. That's good. The only problem I've got, it's first of all the risk management. Sometimes positions are getting bigger, sometimes smaller. When I get take profit, it's smaller. When I hit a stop loss, it's much bigger, and it doesn't make sense. And I need a proper trading plan as well.
Okay, so was you getting positive results from trading 1 minute only?
The first month, not really. In back testing, it was perfect. But in the real market, it was really hard. Sometimes it's getting so confusing, but it was getting better and better.
I will be honest with you. I've been mentoring for a very long time and I've been training for a very long time. It doesn't matter what the strategy is. It's not important to your results unless you really resonate with it and you're comfortable with it. Do you understand?
In past, like 6 months ago, I was like, oh, I need a best strategy. I need a good strategy to work with. My only problem is the strategy. And after that, I realized, no, it's like psychological part. It's really important. And I was like watching lots of videos on YouTube, and one of the big mentors, I was like, I think it's Mark Douglas saying that if I give you the best strategy in the world and you don't know how to use it, you won't make profit.
It's very true.
Yeah,
it's very true. So what does your heart tell you to do?
For about regarding this. Yep.
So what do you want to do moving forward?
I'm thinking I need more confidence in my trades, because when I get a TP, for example, yesterday I had a 3R, and for the next trade I was like scared of losing the profit that I got, and I went like a smaller size and I hit the TP as well, but it was really small, and the next stop loss cleared all the things that I've worked for. So, and I think mentally I need a little bit help.
Okay, mentally you need help.
Yeah.
Are you going to invest your time to learn the 2-candle theory from on your mentoring sessions with Payam?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. And actually I'm working for about 2 weeks now on it, and it's actually not bad, but sometimes I feel I've got lots of a little bit problems, details of the trades.
Yep.
So I need some mentors with lots of experience to, with a different point of view, help me and hopefully getting better and funded. And
okay, that's fine. Now, can I ask you, what is your plans in the next 3 months with your trading?
To get funded.
To get funded. Okay. And do you know how much work you're going to have to put in to get to that stage?
Actually, let me tell you a little bit of story if you have time. I'm living in Australia. When I moved to Australia like 5 years ago, and I didn't know what to do, because back home I used to play professional basketball.
Okay.
And I had lots of injuries and I had to give up. And when I moved here, I started doing carpet laying, flooring.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And as you know, it's the same method that people use in the UK as well. It's a really hard job and it's a bloody heavy job. Like I worked with a guy with $100 a day.
Yeah.
And after 2 years, I was running my own company with my own crew and like earning like 1,000 a day. And after another 2 years, I'm feeling like I'm hurting my body, my knees,
Yeah.
my back, and I feel like it's really doesn't worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's been 2 years that I'm practicing and working on my trading, and I'm really happy with the job. It's a thing that I really like it to do for the rest of my life. I couldn't continue my previous job. It's one of my problem. I know everyone said that don't quit your job before you like really constantly profitable trader, before you lose your 9 to 5 job or whatever. But I really couldn't continue.
Fair
My
enough.
body, yeah, and it's one of my problem.
Okay. So sorry, just sorry to cut you. In terms of your financial situation, have you given yourself, 3 to 6 months to really focus on this without being stressed
Yep,
out?
yep.
Good, good, good.
I had like two months already off. I'm working full-time trading for about 2 months, and I've got another 3-4 months to
Good man.
continue.
Okay, well
As
done.
well.
Okay, well
Is
done.
it enough if I put my like 100% of
Yeah.
myself to
As long as you
work?
know how to do it, it's enough.
Yep,
Because you already
yep,
put 2 months in. So by
yep,
this
yep.
time, you would know what is working, what is not working.
Exactly.
You're in a position where you can't be comfortable for 2 to 3 months. You're clearly in a position where you can buy the funded challenges. You
Yep,
only need one of them.
yep,
You only need to make 5 or 10% to recoup all that money back very
yep,
quickly,
yep.
over the last 3 months. So I think you need to really be grateful,
I am.
and
When I'm talking to you, I'm so excited, so pumped. To be honest, you are like Michael Jordan in basketball to me, and
I appreciate it, mate. I
I
appreciate it.
really
Thank you.
believe in you. That's why I'm here. That's why I spend lots of money to invest myself
Mhm.
with you and your team, your crew, to improve myself. Maybe even one day I could be one of your mentors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, listen, the opportunities are endless. And the thing is,
Yeah.
we are the best at what we do. Do you understand? We're very
Yeah.
committed to helping our clients in the academy and
Man,
making
you are a
sure that
legend,
they
man.
they
I
fully
know.
understand what they're doing. I do apologize for the delay in getting back to you.
That's fine.
Like I
I
said, I
know.
caught COVID. There's been some things with my family. That's no excuse. I
How do
just
you feeling? Are you okay?
no, I'm very sweaty. My muscles are hurting and that. Lots of
Oh my
coughing,
God.
but
That's the shit, man.
yeah, it's the
That's
second
really
time I've
bad.
had it as well. Bit
Oh,
of a pain.
Jesus.
But it is what it is. We just keep plodding
Oh,
on. But listen, I think you're in a great position. You've worked very hard. You deserve to be in this position. I think you need
yeah.
to appreciate this position that you're in and be very excited, very motivated,
I
very
am.
happy that within the next 3 months you could potentially be funded and making a good income from
Yep.
working from home as a trader. But that
Yep.
comes at a cost. You're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to work on your discipline. You're going to have to work on your patience. There are so many people out there that are motivated, that are hungry, that believe they have what it takes to be a trader, but they don't follow through with their values, their morals, their standards, what they believe in, because they constantly allow room for fear and doubt to enter their minds. And that is the biggest killer, in
Yep.
everything you do in life. You
Yep.
have to build that confidence day in, day out, not by relying on your trading results to get you results. You need to make sure that you live in a life. You've got a good routine in the morning. You go to the gym, you get some fresh air, you eat some
Yep.
good food, you read some good books, you spend some good quality time with yourself, you go out with friends, and you trade around that lifestyle. Trading doesn't come first. Your health, your physical well-being, and your mental state of mind comes first. Trading comes second. Because trading is very simple, my friend. You just
Yep.
execute the trade and then you let that trade play out. It either wins or it loses.
Yep.
Then we use the edge, which is your risk to reward, to be the deciding factor, how the numbers slowly come together. and make you money.
True.
Then the story that you tell yourself will be either the reason why you become a successful trader or you don't, because you allow the fear and the greed and the doubt to take over and forces you to do dumb shit, or you
Yep.
become very confident, sure of what you're doing, and you let it play out. And you do that day in, day out, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after. But you know that as long as you stick to this process, by the end of the 20 days, you will make money. And that's
Correct.
all you have to adopt. Now, encompassing that is a lot of other things that derive off of it. But those things, of course, will take a long time to talk about. And that, I guess, is why you're speaking or doing the sessions with Payam, so he can go through what he needs to go through with you. But I'm sure
Yes.
you know yourself as a professional basket player, what it takes to get to that level. It is not a joke.
No. It's so serious. You know, it's not a. Everyone said trading it's easy.
No,
It's simple, but it's hard. It's not
no.
easy.
Listen,
It's
something being simple does not mean it's easy. Do you
exactly.
understand? Right. But
Exactly.
you've been down this route before.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you, it's extremely important that you never forget where you've come from. And me saying that is basically me saying to you, you need to make sure that you're focusing all your attention on the most important elements, i.e., your diet, your sleep pattern, your discipline to show up, commit, even if it's
Yeah.
raining, even if you have a little injury, sometimes you've got to push through. Do you understand? Same with
That's right.
trading. If you lose, it is what it is. If you have a few consecutive losses, if you have break evens, it is what it is. Just because you have that, you're not going to throw a tantrum and say, oh, I'll give up now. I don't want to be a professional basketball player. You have to keep going. You don't win every game in your season, do you?
Yeah.
You understand? And
Yep.
that is the same with trading. If you can adopt the same mentality that you had to get to the level of professionalism that you did in basketball, with trading, you will win. Now, all we need to do for you in the next 8 weeks, 8 sessions, is to lay a foundation of understanding and then build on that foundation so that you have confidence and faith in what you're doing. That is it.
Yes.
And those elements could be your technical ability, dealing with emotions, understanding the process itself, whatever it may be. But that is down to you to identify those things and really utilize Payam. Ask him all the questions you need to ask him and get the answers. And then you need to apply it. And 1 week at a time, you can start piecing the puzzle together, as long as you're making sure that you're committing to this 110%. And I can tell you what, as long as you're doing it every day, bro, by the end of week 1, you'll be a different trader. By the end of the week 2, you'll be a different trader. But you must be prepared to commit every day. And that commitment is not executing hundreds of trades. It may just be executing one trade, understanding why it played out the way it did, why it was a winner, why it was a loser, thinking about your thought process before the entry, whilst in the entry, after closing the trade. How did you feel when you came to your computer today? How did you feel when you left your computer today? What did you do the night before that could have contributed to your lacking concentration on the day of trading? Maybe it was just a losing trade and it was a great trade. You need to accept that as well. Being conscious and aware every single day will create a subconscious habit in you. And then before you know it, you won't even need to think twice about what it is you're doing. You will just do it. And then that's when you will find that work-life balance really falls in place and you become the laptop lifestyle full-time trader that trades 1 hour, 2 hours a day and lives the rest of his life. Because you know that today may not be the trade that wins, but if I do it every day, at the end of the month, I'm going to make 10 grand, I'll make 20 grand, I'll make 30 grand. But you've got to let that fall into place naturally. It cannot be forced. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, correct. I had 3 pieces of picture around me. I can't show you because of you're on computer.
Yeah.
That trust the process, and stick to the plan.
Yeah.
And I really believe in you. And these trust the process motivate me every day. And one of my problems, I think, my decisions in trading, it's outcome based on outcome. I have to change it to the process based decisions, you know. And I think in time I will change it. And hopefully we can get a good result.
Listen, most traders are outcome-based traders, and it's natural, you know, because of the amount of effort and time and dedication that traders put in to this craft is absolutely insane. You know, I don't think that a trader who becomes or comes into trading, learns a strategy, joins a community, has ever put so much dedication, commitment, and time, and if not that, have the desire to want to succeed at becoming a full-time trader more than anything else in their life. And one of the components or reasons for that, should I say, is because trading can derail you. It can make you feel very vulnerable, very insignificant. It can make you feel like you're not doing well. It can make you feel like you're not achieving anything. It can make you feel like all the work you've been doing is in vain, that it doesn't work for me, but it works for somebody else. Now there's a problem with me. Trading does that to you. But that is why we got to flip the switch and start looking at it from a process perspective versus an outcome perspective. Because once you can do that, then you'll realize your process is wake up in the morning, follow your routine, whatever it may be, meditation, pint of water, cold shower, be prepared to sit down at your computer, allocate 2 hours in the morning, execute 1 or 2 trades and walk away. Then it becomes very simple what you have to do as a trader. But now you're 100% committed to what you want to do. Now you're not working because you've committed your time to become a full-time trader. Yes. Your time and day probably doesn't look like that. And if yours doesn't, then you're an exception. But more often than not now, most people in your situation will be at their screens, going through all the content, studying, looking at the charts all day long, back testing, forward testing, executing, and getting nothing out of it. What they're supposed to be doing is living the life of a trader, even if you're not a full-time trader, but you have the time to trade full-time. And that means routine, set a time to trade, how many trades you're taking, execute, walk away, come back tomorrow. And then the rest of that time is focusing on your mental, emotional, and physical state. If you fail as a trader, that is not because of the strategy you use, it's because you failed to use it correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you can trade here. And I'm not saying that here in the academy, we offer the holy grail of concepts, but I can tell you something, we do offer very, very powerful concepts, non-discretionary concepts that I don't claim has 100% win rate, but I can tell you what will make you 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 grand a month. But just because we have those, it doesn't mean that everybody will be able to use it in that way. And you have to decide eventually down the line, is this really for me? Or do I prefer using indicators? Do I prefer using Fibonacci? Do I prefer to be trading patterns? Do I like harmonics? Like, they all work. You just need to figure it out. But what you cannot do when you leave here in the hope that you find something else is go away and say to yourself, Rox's concepts didn't work for me. Now I'm going to look for something else. You need to be 110% sure that you're walking away saying, I gave it everything I've got. I've done everything that I should have done. And Rox told me to do, and the mentors told me to do, and it didn't work for me. So guess what? Maybe I just don't resonate with this. But until then, you're always going to live in doubt and regret that you didn't try. Do you understand? So straight off the bat, once you start your sessions, make sure you are 100% committed to following that process. If you can do that, then I know you can do the rest. It may seem scary, but you know what, bro? If you live your life too comfortable, then there's a problem. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Okay. Good, man. I'll get this over to Payam in the next 10, 15 minutes once it's rendered, and then he'll get back to you today. I'm almost sure.
Alrighty.